How you doing, everybody? Miss Pace, thanks for stopping by. This is a box of documents about the restraining order case that I was involved in with Mr. Stinson. Mr. Stinson wanted to bar me from the buildings, stop me from going to meetings, making requests for documents, and doing just about everything else he could because Sherry Ring and Nicole Vance fired Lisa Peterson back in 2018. So after he lost the case, I was entitled to get my money back, but I couldn't file it in time because I had other things going on. And which had nothing to do with you or anybody else. But there are 80-something plus people in these Facebook postings. Corey Peel, you really had some nice things to say. Let me see. All your names are here. You really had a lot to say. Mary Cotty, how you doing? Get a lawyer. Let me see what else we got. Oh, then there's our ever-present Lynn Bliss. I know you got a lawyer. All right. But you did make some comments about First Amendment, which may negate your issues or mitigate your issues. But the question is that you're right. The First Amendment applies to that sign just like anything else because Mr. Stinson is an elected official. What you don't want to know, what you guys can't realize, and you're all supposed to be more intelligent than I am, okay? Making fun of me or making comments like you did here, and I have all of them. There's 106 of them before it got shut off, okay? And they're all here, and I've read them all, and I'm just trying to, and some of you, about 8 of you that know what the Constitution is, good job, you're all good Americans. Apparently people here are still of the opinion that people like Troy Stinson, elected officials, have a right to bar people from meetings, and that's what caused the problem, okay? They didn't live up to the hype, they didn't live up to the promises, and they didn't follow through as elected officials. So when I walk around here holding people accountable, it's what I do. You don't want to do that. So basically you're nothing. You're no better than the people jumping across the border screaming for asylum. You break the law and then, well, it doesn't apply to you, okay? Okay. For about 3 years, I was fighting to keep this house. And a lot of you don't know that the Metro District Water Board people hired lawyers who were the same lawyers who were the ones trying to take my house. And then they were working in conjunction with Woodman Hills. It's the reason they hired Mr. Bendelow. I don't think that's the entire reason, but a pretty good one. What you didn't know is Lynn Bliss, Frank Gonzalez, Jan Pitsy, I forgot the other guy's name, but a couple of the board members at the time were all in conjunction working with Benjamin Green, who's gone. Okay, and on May 5th, 2016, the judge basically said I had a right to fight for my house. Problem was, after having an auto accident, my bills were mounting up, so I had to file bankruptcy. After a very long and drawn-out little discussion with that and some other things, a lot of you don't know that the lawyers for Woodman Hills came in and tried to scuttle my bankruptcy in order to take this house. Now, as I understand it, the not an HOA DRC had a meeting to talk about, well, suing me for the sign and coming after me for that. Good luck to you, okay? What you don't know is what you don't know, and ignorance is not bliss, and ignorance of the law doesn't help anybody. Filing 11 DRC was never meant to be an HOA. Reason why I'm coming down on them so hard is because Dorman and Associates, Mr. Rudy Thompson and the other lady, Miss James, accused me of threatening them and doing some things that I tape recorded. Knowing I didn't do them, I told the board about them, but they took no action. Tonight, I made it very clear in no uncertain terms, the police will be called, complaints will be filed, and lawsuits are flying. I'm done with it. I don't care if you volunteer for the board. You guys are suing people left and right, fining people all over the place, and you're still not legally an HOA. I asked for all the legal documents. Our lawyer gave you them. No, they didn't. What the lawyer said was, they don't have to have those documents. Au contraire, mon frere. A vote should have been taken 67% of the people in here would have had to agree to it, and then it would have got filed, and it never did, because that wasn't what was supposed to happen. Then, when I had a nice meeting on the phone with Linda Warren, tape recorded, she explained to me what filing 11 was supposed to do, not what it is now. Told you guys to stop. You didn't listen. Okay? While I was basically telling you the truth, Mrs. James was on there typing a note to her boss. I can't wait to see what false statements they make. Because I actually should have just called the cops that day knowing that Mr. Thompson, who sent me those emails, would continue to do what he's doing. I asked the DRC to fire Dorman and Associates. That's it. To benefit 850 people. And I'm the bad guy. You don't understand what the Constitution says. You just want to talk like you know what you're talking about because you're an armchair lawyer. I don't do that. Okay? What Stinson did was the most reprehensible thing an elected official could do, which is abuse his authority as an elected official by using his authority as a police officer to take me out of the buildings, take me out of the meetings, and take away my right to ask questions and confront them about what they're doing here. And that's what he did. And there's no way out of it. This stuff was never entered into evidence, including the videos I got. I'm Mr. Pace. Before you go making fun of me and attacking my constitutional right to tell people what happened, remember this. Woodman Hills spent your money to help take my house. You didn't even so much as bump a peep. So to those people, fuck you, okay? Because you didn't have to fight for your house under false pretenses, false allegations, and all of this stuff that's going on. I did. That's why I'm still here. If that bothers you, sell your house and leave. Other than that, my signs stay, and I've got more coming, and people need to know the truth. Because I don't have the money to put out a newsletter to say things about me that aren't accurate. The $300,000 they spent, part of that was to help take my house in legal fees. Maybe you should get upset about that. Have a great day. Later. Oh, P.S. Make sure you got some good lawyers, okay? You're going to need them. Well, some of you will. Bye.